Hi, good morning. It is Saturday today and I have a theater trip for uni. I will be out of the house most of the day and about a third of the time that I'm out of the house it will be in the car. So I need projects with me. I have just caked up this yarn. Very pretty. It's Art Decay from the We Yarn Company as usual lately. I'm also bringing this with me. This is also We Yarn Company yarn. I don't remember what it's called, but this is my corner to corner blanket that's on the decreasing part now. I'll be taking this with me because I can work on it in the car and maybe in the theater, and it'll help keep me warm. Also, it's not very heavy. And the goal for this is starting the Sophie hood. So I'm going to make a start on that right now, and this will then be either a car or a tour project because it'll be small enough to hold, but then I need to be confident in my counting. We'll see. I'll get started. I have some time before I need to go. Okay. I did the first increase and I really like this yarn first off, but that's not a surprise. Ross is on his king shit always. The pattern was a little overwhelming when I first looked at it because you slip some stitches and then you turn your work and you just knit on the other side, and I kept being a little confused, like, huh, but my yarn is in the middle. But that's just fine because it curls up and that's how you get the neat little edge. I'm learning stuff. That's how you make an I-cord edge. I also learned knit front back as an increase method, slay, and I marked the wrong side, so yay me. I put my yarn in the little basket for taking it with me. This is going to be the project I'm starting with today in the car. I'm gonna see how far I get, but this requires me to count a lot. And also knitting is not as easy for me as crochet, which is why I have the blanket in my bag too. Am I making my day harder for myself by putting way more yarn than I need to in my bag? Yes, but we're doing it anyway. I'm gonna continue working on this until we have to go, which I think is about 20 to 30 minutes. And then we'll see how far I get on it today. My expectations are not high for today. I did also prepare my lunch. I remembered to do that because we're gonna be out from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. So I should have food with me. I'm very smart. Okay, see you later. Hi, good morning. It's Sunday. I survived the theater outing. The play itself I liked. Well, okay. I liked this edition of the play, but I don't like the play in general. I think it was a very good edition and it was as entertaining as that play could possibly be for me. The play was A Midsummer Night's Dream. Here's my progress. I think this is really good for like a day where I was walking around the whole time and tired and grumpy and not vibing. So proud, hype. I miscounted somewhere. Okay, wait. Yeah, so we had the play, but we also had a tour of the grounds, and Toured the grounds, walking around the city for a bit, which was the part that tripped me up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I just need to go back and increase in this row. I'm counting every row I do because I can't really see it back that well. I can if I really try, but it's very difficult. I didn't really enjoy the walking around a lot, but we kind of had to because we were there early for a tour, and then the actors had to get like on location and fix their stuff, and we couldn't really be there for that, so makes sense. Play was fine. It was a very long day with a lot of socialization, which was probably the biggest issue, right? There was just constantly people around me trying to talk. Like at one part of the walking where it was just walking, not really seeing anything, we just had to get somewhere. I was knitting and I was like, I'm gonna focus on the knitting and not pay attention to anyone for a minute to regroup. But of course I'm knitting, so then everyone's like, oh my god, what are you making? That's such pretty yarn. I'm like, you're so right, this yarn is so pretty. Hi, Neo. But that wasn't the time that I really wanted to be talking to people. But then I don't have the power to just go, yeah, I don't want to talk to you right now and walk away, because that feels so mean and so rude, and that doesn't really benefit my connections in that class at all. Nia, what are you doing? She's making biscuits on my foot. Fun. Lovely. But then we got home and I just kind of went to bed. I wanted to do some more knitting, but I just went to bed. I was tired. Today, I will be doing more knitting. You can see me doing that literally right now. And I have some other things to do as well. I have an assignment to get a first draft for peer feedback. I have some videos I need to watch for class discussion. What else? I have a video to edit for tomorrow. Wow, for the cardigan. And I have some reading to do, but like not reading for class, reading for me that I scheduled for today because I want to get this reading done, and if I don't schedule it in, I'm not going to have the time. The same with crafts, right? I schedule in craft time. Because otherwise I'm going to be like, no, I can't do that. I have all of these things to do. But then I don't do the things. And I don't craft. So, sad. Anyway, I have like, it's 10 a.m. now. I have until lunch to edit and knit. And then I'm doing uni stuff. So, see ya with updates, maybe. Neo, is this really the most comfortable spot for you right now? The blanket around my leg, nearly touching the floor. Neo, you silly baby. Got a weird hammock. Hi, good morning. I got some good progress in yesterday. This is getting quite long. Yeah, I need about 9 more pattern repeats, so I'm just gonna bring this to class with me today. And hopefully I'll get through those repeats so I can start on the hood. That would be cool. If not, that's also fine. I've got a lot to do this week in general, but especially today. Anyway, I've got about 20 minutes until I need to go to class, so that's 20 minutes of knitting. Hi, hello, good day. I got through class again. It's almost 7 p.m., but it's entirely dark outside because it's December 1st. Lovely. I started putting the next row in the next color on the corner to corner blanket. It's in the decrease section now, so it's gonna get faster each round, which is nice. But when I finish this round, I'm gonna put it down again because I've got some more tasks that I need to get done today. Hoping to get through them relatively quickly and then have some more either crochet or reading time before bed. But I might also just go to bed immediately because it's the season of early bedtimes. Curious how much energy I'll have to craft when I get home tomorrow from the internship, because it's a full day including meeting again. The meetings are really something. They last until 5 p.m. and then I have to commute home. Lovely. The stuff that's discussed during the meetings can be very useful, but I'm not happy about it. Anyway, this should be the final cluster of stitches on this round, and then it's done. Neo is being a bit of a menace these past few days. She's been knocking over my sodas. I'll have like a nice little soda with dinner, or like a soda when I get back from class, one of the two. And I'll put that on the little table in front of her couch, and then she's just like, but what if? What if I just knock that over right onto the floor? Wouldn't that be nice? And then I'm like, no, that sucks. But then she's already gone. She did that again today, except she knocked it off the big table, so not on the couch, but right here, right onto my lap. So I was just chilling, sitting at the big table with my soda in front of me, watching my YouTube video when I go back from class, and she just... So, guess I showered a day early. Fun. Okay, I made the turn, so I can put this away again. When I'm doing corner to corner, I almost never stop on the actual changing of the row because I will get confused about what I'm supposed to do. So, prevented that from happening. Time for work. Wahoo! Hi, good morning. It's Wednesday. I finished the increase section, so I put my stitches on hold that I need to put on hold, and now I'm starting on the hood. Exciting! Hype! Wahoo! I'm not sure how much time I'll have to work on it today, but we'll see. We'll see where I get. We will see. I have 20 minutes left once again before I have to go to class, so I should be getting at least a few rows in today. Okay. Hi, good evening. I survived my classes and I submitted my assignment for as far as I need to have it done for peer feedback. And I did some more preparing for my lesson tomorrow. I already had my PowerPoint and I knew what I was gonna do lesson plan wise, and I read the text that we're talking about, but I decided that I also wanted to practice reading it out loud, so I would know realistically how far we would get. So I would know how fast I am reading, because I talk quite quickly. You've probably noticed that already about me, but that's not what I'm supposed to be doing while I'm teaching. Makes sense, right? And then finally, the text that we're reading with these kids is a few fragments from The Fault in Our Stars, you know, the John Green book about the kids that have cancer. So I needed to mentally prepare first off for having John Green dialogue between two love interests, because love the guy, but his writing is cringe as hell to read out loud. And there's some words in here that I had to Google with my whole ass bachelor's degree. These kids are not gonna judge me for not knowing how to pronounce osteosarcoma, but I'm still gonna embarrass myself in front of these teenagers. They're ruthless. Anyway, I wanted to just like practice that, I guess, and I did. So yay me. Hopefully I'm gonna get through half of the pages. It's not even that much text, but they need me to like explain parts to them, translate a little bit, summarize it. I'm gonna ask them to read a bit out loud. I'm gonna ask them to read a bit in silence. Hello, Neo. Because I'm not an audiobook. I'm not there to read to them for 40 minutes and then tell them to go to the next class. That's not what we're doing. Anyway, did all of those things today. 2 classes, assignment, lesson prep, reading for my reading goal. Wow. And the decreases in the hood are done. Whoa. The decreases for the hood are finished. So now I'm back to increasing again. This feels like it's a little bit small for a hood, but also I think it's very stretchy, and I kind of like if the hood is tight around my head because it's supposed to keep me warm. So this is fine. I'm not stressed out about it. I'm just surprised. I gotta start increasing it again, and then you sew it together here. I wonder how I get these 3 stitches back. Anyway, you sew that. I'm not gonna start on that right now. I just noted in the pattern where I'm at, and I have this much yarn left of the first skein, so I'm at the halfway point and I have yarn left over. That means I will be fine with 2 skeins, thankfully. But I will need to go wind up the second skein right now, so I don't run out of yarn while I'm at my internship tomorrow. Neo found something to play with. Because if I'm on the bus and I run out of yarn, that ruins my entire day. Even if it's on the way home, my entire evening will be ruined. Yeah, gonna do that real quick. Alrighty. Yarn ready to go in my bag. I have read what I need to do for the pattern, so I'm not confused on the bus at 7 a.m. Because I can't read on the bus, I have to do it from memory, because otherwise I get motion sick nowadays. I am getting old, apparently. I already knew I was getting old. This week, one of my students asked me for a fit check, and I thought they were asking me to like Vogue, you know, like pose a little bit, but no, a fit check nowadays means that you tell them where you got your clothes from. Hi, Neo. And I didn't know that. Positive note, they asked me to do a fit check, which means my outfit was good. I assume. Don't think you'd do a fit check if you didn't like the outfit. Hi, Neo, what's up? Little weirdo. Anyway, I will update you when I make progress, and I'm going to bed now. So I'm well rested for teaching and interacting with teenagers that are so over the year. They're so ready for winter break, and so am I. So we're gonna power through it together. They're gonna have to deal with me. Good night. Alrighty, hi, it's Friday now. I have indeed started the second skein, and I am a decent chunk into the increases again. Nice. Today I have to go to the seminar as the follow-up for having gone to that play when I started this video. Remember on Saturday I went to a play? So I have to do the long commute for that class, except I won't be taking this project with me. I'll be taking my corner to corner crochet because I slept horribly and I'm in a bad mood. So I want my comfort project. I did the thing where I finish my grading and my lesson planning and I knit a little bit and then I'm like, I'm gonna go to bed. And then I get into bed at around 10 p.m., which is a very reasonable time, innit? Except then I go onto Instagram because I got a message from someone and I'm like, ooh, what did they send me? And then instead of watching the one reel my friend sent me, putting my phone down and going to bed, I scrolled. I doom scrolled for like at least 2 hours and then I got a headache because that happens when I'm on my phone late at night. And then I just had a bad sleep and I woke up at 6 a.m. But I went to bed too late for 6 a.m. to be reasonable. So I was like, I'll just have a wee bit more sleep. And then it was 10 a.m., which is relatively late for me, especially when I have a middle of the day class. Like this class is 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. with approximately 2 hours of travel time. So it just put me in a bad mood. I woke up, I was like, the day is ruined. My day is gone. So, comfort project. Wahoo. Hi, it's Sunday. I did some errands and some tasks and I'm making soup. And it's time to knit some more. Let's see where I left off. I don't think I did anything since last time I updated you. No, I'm at the still decreasing for the hood. And then I need to do a straight part for the hood. And then I need to start decreasing for the scarf. And then we're going to start zooming through it. I'm going to get going on that, yeah. Yeah. Wahoo. Hi, good morning. It's suddenly Sunday again. Time. Don't even ask me about it. We're on the decreasing of the scarf, and I seamed together the hood already because I wanted to fit. It. It's quite a few more rows to do today, but it's the decrease round, so they go faster every time. Anyway. It's like a hood, and then this side will also be longer, but it has scarf. Awesome, epic, cozy, comfy. My hair is a mess. Excited, yes. I'm gonna continue working on this and hopefully get it finished today so I can wear it the upcoming week. It's cold, it's December. Yes. Okay, hi. Wow, the sun is here today. That was not the case the rest of this week mostly. I need to keep track of where I am with my rows. Put an hour in for the time lapse and I got like a good amount of decrease repeats in, which is a lot of rows because there's quite a few rows between the decreases. I'm feeling confident that I can get this done today without too much of a hassle. I just need to decide if when my breakfast is done, it's in the oven right now. Amazing timing, did you hear that? If I want to finish this in one sitting, so just like keep working on this after I eat, or if I want to do my grading, lesson planning, whatever first, and then continue this later in the day. Risk with later in the day is that I won't have good pictures for the thumbnail, but the risk with focusing on this first is that I won't have the energy for the uni work and the internship work. Which is technically fine because I don't have to have that done yet today, but I would like to, you know? I should probably just count how many decrease repeats I have left and then decide, because if it's already less than 20, then I can probably just finish it after breakfast. It's 10 a.m. That's fine. That's fine. My sleep schedule has been all over the place. I don't know what's up with it, but it's December and that means that either I go to bed at 8 p.m. or 2 a.m. There is no in-between option whatsoever. There's no other option. And then it's with waking up too, right? It's either like approaching 10 a.m., 11 a.m., which is late for me, or I wake up at 5. No in-betweens. It's really disorienting and chaotic, but I guess that's winter for me. Lack of sunlight during the day messes with sleep schedules and whatever. I'm gonna try and pull it back towards the sleeping early and waking up early side of things, just because I still have classes to teach next week. And if I'm super sleep deprived while teaching, my students won't notice. They haven't noticed at all. But I will notice a difference and I will be grumpy and pissy, and I have to do a little self-reflection afterwards. And that's a lot harder to do when you're not running on enough sleep. Also, if I need to be up early for stuff, it's just healthier if I also slept early. Being sleep deprived isn't good for you. It's not very cool either. I have been getting a lot of reading in though. I was very behind on my reading goal, still am. But I've been reading a lot of manga. Which feels, for the sake of a reading goal, reading a lot of manga feels like a cheap way out, right? Like that's trying to kind of scam the reading goal. But I have been meaning to read manga for months now, and I've just not been able to sit still and do it. So I'll take whatever I'm able to. Hello? Can you be grabbed, stupid Stitch? So I'll just take that I've been reading a lot of manga and run with it because it's fun. I have been meaning to read more manga and now I'm doing it. And I might also hit my reading goal because of it. I don't think it's super likely because that means I'll have to continue to read a lot of manga for 2 more weeks. And I can kind of feel the super hype to read already dropping again, but we'll see. We'll see what I do. The sun. Wow. It's not raining today. I guess I'll have to close the curtains in a bit because ouchie oofie my eyes. This is a bit much. Anyway, I just decreased, so I finished another repeat. Hell yeah. And I'm gonna go grab my food and then I'll update you when I'm further. Maybe have a time lapse or something again. I don't know, man. I'm just doing whatever. Okay, great progress. Look at this. Whoa. I think there's like 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 20 exactly, so I need 14 more pattern repeats. Look at my progress this morning. Wow, this entire block here is my notes on my rows. My pinky finger hurts, so I'm taking a break. Going to do groceries and some other side quests that I need to get done today, and then I'll get back to this. I think I'm good on yarn, thankfully. I was already expecting that, but I was just anxious for some reason. Okay, I was anxious suddenly that the second skein of yarn was way less than the first and I would magically not have enough. Also, I love that I have to keep my stitch marker on the wrong side because I moved this at the end of the first time lapse, and then like I moved it to right below, and then I did all of this in the second time lapse just now. I know the rows are getting shorter, so I'm not getting more done, but I feel very speedy. I love the decrease part of projects. Oh, there goes my yarn. Side quest time, and I will be back. Wahoo! Hello, I finished the thing. So it has a wrong side and a right side because of the seam for the hood. But I'm gonna be putting this on most likely at 6:30 a.m. most of the times that I'll wear it. So I put on some safety pins on the outside so I can tell more. Neo, don't pull on that. So I can tell more easily. Yeah. And then it's a hood with a scarf as part of it. And you wear it. Then it's warm. And I have safety pins here too. Cool. Done. Wearing this week. It's cozy, comfy. I like wearing it incorrectly too, so just crossing it in the back and then having it as a wide hood, like this. I need to make a version of this that has bunny ears, because yes. Also, I should not make too many beanies or hoods, because that makes me want to cut my bangs again. And I just grew them out. I just stopped having bangs. My hair is equal lengths. Yeah. I don't know. I'll decide on that some other day, I guess. Not today. That's not a today decision. I'm not putting scissors to my hair today. That's not responsible when I am sleepy, tired. Anyway, yeah, this is going to be great on the bus tomorrow, because it's going to be like this, which is warm. And then my jacket goes to here, so it's like really ice insulated and toasty. Cool. I wonder what I'll make next. We'll figure it out some other time. Bye!